I'm Brother John Bailanda of the Congregation of Holy Cross. I stand here to share with you my story in the congregation and also in the church. This year, on 19th of August, I celebrated the 25 years in religious life. So for me, this is a special year, a jubilee year, having professed final vows in 2000. And now comes this jubilee year, which the late Pope Francis dedicated as the year for the pilgrims of hope. I am partly who I am because of the Congregation of Holy Cross. When I look back, I've lived more life in the Holy Cross community than with my family. I joined Holy Cross in the year 1992, when I had just finished high school. In August 1992, I attended the opening of the PCJ campus, the Queen of Apostles Philosophy Center in Jinja. Did formation in Jinja, in 2 houses actually. I also saw the opening of Andre House, Formation House in 1994, and journeyed on to the novitiate after doing a degree in philosophy. But while I was in the novitiate, I made a significant decision. Because originally I had joined the Holy Cross as a seminarian. Not because I did not know Holy Cross brothers, but I think the impact of the brothers who taught me in the minor seminary at St. Mary's Seminary in Virika had not really touched me much. But the 3 years in formation in Jinja, and at the time I was in the novitiate, I had a brother spiritual director. Somehow an awakening to the brother's vocation came, and I longed to be a brother. And I asked my novice directors, and with what I might say special guidance, they helped me to discern, to choose to be a religious brother in Holy Cross. And since then, I have never regretted my life as a brother. In 96, on 29th of June, I professed my first vows and went on to do scholastic work, studied a degree in education at the Christ the Teacher Institute of Education at Tangaza College, now Tangaza University. After that, I went to do pastoral year in 1999 at St. Leo's College. And I was a very happy brother teacher, living with brothers and sharing the life of brotherhood, and especially sharing what it means to be a gift to the church. And my gift was the gift of teaching. So I am proud to be a brother, and as I celebrate 25 years, I recall many occasions where my life has been impactful and where the church has made me happy to appreciate my talent and gift as a brother. Part of my work has been teaching in high school. Partly also, I have been an assistant vocations director in many ways. Some time back, I also worked as a development director, but still moved on back to teaching in high school. Currently, I am studying at Catholic University, doing PhD in education, but also teaching upcoming teachers. And I'm glad to be who I am and do what I love most. And at this juncture, I want to appreciate everyone who has been part of my journey. My confreres in community, my formators, my spiritual directors, my mentors, but also the people I have ministered with. In Holy Cross, we as Holy Cross brothers are dedicated to St. Joseph. And in one way or another, I have found myself fall in love with St. Joseph and fall in love with St. Brother Andre, who exemplifies the brotherhood to me, offering all he can, offering all his energy and talent and spirituality with the people that come to meet him. And so in being dedicated to St. Joseph and in learning the example of St. Brother Andre, I have learned to invite other people to seek the intercession of St. Joseph. And so I remember in the year 2020, the late Pope Francis declaring a year of St. Joseph, which brought very rich memories, very rich nourishment of literature, and very rich prayerful life. And so I have journeyed on as a brother, as a child of St. Joseph, as a child of Moreau who loved St. Joseph too. And so I want to pray that in this year, as I celebrate this silver jubilee of perpetual vows, that the Lord may continue to touch the people that have nourished me with their faith, the people that have helped me to grow, the people that have been instrumental in what I see in the church and what I offer to the church. I have much to say, but at this moment I want to leave this to all who know me, that the love of St. Joseph, the love of Holy Cross has actually taken me beyond borders. Most recently, the Provincial Superior accorded me a pilgrimage to Montreal, to the birthplace of Brother Andre, and where he did his ministry. And it was a very nourishing experience for my vocation as a Holy Cross brother, and also for my vocation as a Holy Cross religious, celebrating the life of a dedicated brother, our first brother saint. And so I thank this Provincial Superior, I thank the Holy Cross confreres who helped to nourish this spiritual journey. I was with several others on that pilgrimage, and together we journeyed and discovered very special truths about our religiosity and about our vocation in Holy Cross. Lastly, I want to thank everyone that has nourished my life, my family, brothers, sisters, nephews and nieces, my late mother and my late uncle, and all those who brought me up into the church and who continue to receive me as their son, as their child, as their brother. But Holy Cross has exposed to me beyond borders and also beyond my family. And so I have known families beyond C.S.C, beyond Fort Portal, beyond Jinja, beyond Kampala, beyond Nairobi, beyond the world. And I want to thank everyone who has touched my life and who has brought a smile on my face. Living the life of a brother is not a cup of tea. It has its challenges, but also it has its graces. I have learned to realize that the church does not know brothers very well. It's not by anyone's making, but the vocation of a brother has actually reduced. And this is the trend of our world. But the beauty of being a brother remains something that I would love to share and to say it should be an inspiring journey. To be called to offer your talents, to offer your gifts to the church is a special way, and it is a special call. And many times, by living that call, you live a life of simplicity, because you do not assume that what you are offering is much special than other people. But when people see it offered freely to them, to the world, to the church, then they learn to appreciate you. And so it calls for humility. Sometimes you live in a crowd of students, of other teachers, and nobody seems to bother until somebody notices that you do your work with a different mindset, with a mindset of self-sacrifice. Whether you are paid or not, you will offer everything that you can, because you know you are offering it to the church. I keep on thinking about St. Joseph. With pay or with glory, he offered his life to Mary and to Jesus, and did all he could to overcome all obstacles, but also to enjoy the glory of God around him. And so that's the life that I will invite others to remember and to embrace, the life of a brother, especially in the congregation of Holy Cross. I also wish to say there have been challenging moments. Apparently, I have known that talents can make you movable very fast. Every time they need your gifts, they move you. Every time they think you can best do something here, then they call you. And I happen to have experienced that. Learning to say farewell to friends that you've made for a year or two, and then learning to embrace new communities and making new friends is not easy. But I have loved to be a friend wherever I have reached. I have loved to be a brother to whomever I am sent. And so I thank God that the Holy Cross community has given me these challenges, but also these gifts. And I want to say that I've had a challenge to do vocation work, especially to find young men interested in the brotherhood. And many times it is not easy, because everybody writes, I want to join Holy Cross to be a priest. And so for some, I walk with them slowly until they begin to realize, oh, Holy Cross brothers are unique. They do a commendable ministry and they offer their lives in the church. And sometimes I find 1 or 2 or 3 vocations. So the life of the brother has been for me a gift that I can say the church continues to nourish in me. Unless there are other concerns, I know I may not exhaust everything that I would wish to say, but I want to say I love you, all my friends. I love you, all my confreres. I love you, the Christians that I have shared my life with. I love you, the people in schools and in institutions where I have passed. Thank you very much.